All those in favor of excusing Councilman Keepan, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is there a motion to approve the minutes for May 28, 2024 regular council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Caroline, you got to include yours on that, don't you? Or is it on there already?
Adding.
This is approving the minutes. All those in favor of approving the minutes of May the 28th, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the June 10th, 2024 regular council meeting?
I need to add Public Works.
Motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
There we go. All those in favor of approving the agenda as amended, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, committee reports, Public Works.
Public Works Committee met on Wednesday, June 5th at 5:30 PM in the Mark G. Zukowski Safety and Planning Zoning Annex. In attendance, Zach Owen, Bob Toth, Caroline Zukowski-Eckel, Allison Murray, Tyler Cole, Chief Kitzler, and Austin from Tetra Tech. Agenda. Bass Pro Boulevard resurfacing. TIF monies will be used to pay for the project, and ordinance will be on the 6/10 meeting agenda to award. Gherkin was a low bidder and recommended by Feller and Finch, the engineers on the project. Bridge over I-75 on Lime City is scheduled for a 6/10 closure. It will be closed for approximately 120 days. The bridge will be lettered with City of Rossford letters in the fencing. It will be black fence with gray letters. The lettering is Rossford's only cost contribution to the project. This ordinance will be on the 6/10 meeting agenda. Windsor-Huffman project. Sidewalks on Huffman should start mid-July for the stretch of sidewalks from Jennings to Windsor. The portion from Windsor to Hannum is being pushed to next year. Expected cost is in the $15,000 to $20,000 range. Tetra Tech is developing a road repair cost for that stretch as well. Northwest Water and Sewer District has agreed to replace the water line on Huffman prior to resurfacing the roadway. Windsor and Jennings paving will begin the first or second week in August with a completion date of mid to late August. A premium grass seed mix is being used in the restoration. Jennings Road Project. An open house for residents similar to the one done for Windsor project will be held so the public can view the plans and residents can voice concerns. Hillcrest and Riverside will be completed at the end of the Jennings project in 2025. The Jennings Road project will be the final project in the current 5-year plan. Tetra Tech is currently doing road condition grading for the next 5-year pavement replacement plan. The city is looking for grants for stormwater improvements on Hillsdale, sidewalk replacement on Hannum. A number of residents expressed concerns for the number of broken sidewalks on Hannum. The city will get an estimate for the repairs, and then the committee will discuss further replacement plans. Councilwoman Zukowski-Eckel would like to start a yearly sidewalk replacement project to encourage citizens to repair their sidewalks. Tetra Tech was at the meeting to answer the committee's questions about the roundabout at Siberia and Bergen Street. Conceptual ideas for landscape architecture done by the Edge as part of the restoration of the area were also discussed. Updates on the Buck Glenwood roundabout were given. The committee discussed electric vehicles charging stations after a plan with possible locations was presented to the administration. The committee agreed that they would be beneficial to several Rossford locations. The next meeting will be July 2nd at 5:30 PM at the Annex.
Okay. Allison, do you have anything this evening?
Very quickly, Mayor, we did get the radar sign on Jennings, and it's updated for the last council meeting, and the numbers are, there was 4,216 cars that speed was captured in this 2-week period, and 92% of those were driving under 25 miles per hour, and only 3 cars went out of the 4,216 were going 36 miles per hour or more. So I thought it was, we'll give updates every 2 weeks on these when we have the council meetings, so people can see the updates. And then also tonight, there was this letter that went out to the members of council, and it was in regards to Wood County Sheriff and the 911 Program Review Committee. If there is somebody that the council would like to nominate, the way this process works is very similar to when we do it for the Northwest Water and Sewer District. If council would like to nominate a person, that person would go then on a ballot that would be sent back out to all the municipalities in Wood County, and each individual council would vote for a particular person on that ballot. So if there is somebody from, that the city council here would like to nominate, you can do so at this.
Go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Bob Toth.
Second.
Do I have to accept it now?
Vote on the motion to nominate Bob Toth to be our nominee to the 911 Committee. Tinney?
Aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Allison, do you have anything else?
I do not, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank
At
you.
this time, I would like to appoint Zach Owen to the Safety Committee.
Move adding Zach Owens to the Safety Committee.
Second.
Vote on the motion to approve the mayor's appointment of Zach Owen to the Safety Committee. Eckel?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
At this time, I would like to appoint Chris Heven to the Zoning Regulation and Technology Committee.
Move
So
to-
moved.
Second.
Vote on the motion to appoint Chris Heben to the Zoning Technology Committee. Reynolds?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Is there any correspondence, Mr. Wottrell?
Ms. Murray kind of filled it in, but I did get a note from the sheriff. There are 26 municipalities, so it will take, whoever we nominate, it will take 14 votes for the nominee to be selected, so. That's it.
I can help you with that.
Okay, thank you.
Introduction of ordinances. Is there a motion to read ordinance 2024-42 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2024-42 is an ordinance authorizing the award of a contract for the Bass Pro Street resurfacing project and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Caroline?
Move suspension of the second and third readings.
Second.
Does anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2024-42. Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2024-43 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2024-43 is an ordinance authorizing, approving change order number 1 and amending the contract with Sunforest Building Company on the Recreation Center EIFS project and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Go ahead, Allison.
So this was for the EFS project that we awarded last May down at the Recreation Center. And all our projects, we build in the 10% contingency. And this change order actually went over that, what you guys had approved back in May of 2023 by $1,160. But it was work that desperately needed done. I mean, it was rotting. When they got in there, it was rotting, and additional work needed done.
Move suspension of the second and third readings.
Second.
Anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2024-43. Eckel?
Aye.
Tenney?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2024-44 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2024-44 is an ordinance authorizing an agreement with Beaver Excavation Company on the addition of aesthetic treatment on the I-75 bridge on Lime City Road and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Allison, do we want this passed tonight?
Yes, if we could, please.
Move suspension of the second and third readings.
Second.
Anyone in the audience have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move to declare an emergency.
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt 2024-44. Eckel?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2024-45 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2024-45 is an ordinance amending supplemental number 10, the annual appropriation measure for the year beginning January 1, 2024, and ending December 31, 2024, passed by ordinance 2023-73. This is a first reading.
Chris?
Thank you. So last month, the city received 4 donations. So we received a donation for the Rossford Beautification Committee, a donation for the police department, a donation for the EMS department, and a donation for the fire department. This ordinance would add those funds to their respective budgets. Happy to answer any questions.
Move to suspend with the second and third reading.
Second.
Is there anyone in the audience that has a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2024-45. Reynolds?
Aye.
Owens?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Oberdorf?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Watcher, are there any resolutions this evening?
Nope.
All right, council remarks. Councilman Toth.
I have nothing, thank you.
Councilman Oberdorf.
Nothing, Mayor.
Councilwoman Eckel.
Nothing.
Councilwoman Tinney.
Nothing.
Councilman Owen.
I'd like to say thank you for whomever made that donation to our city. It's
That was
well done.
the Rossford Eagles.
Rossford Eagles.
yeah.
So thank you to the Rossford Eagles for that donation. That was very nice.
Councilwoman Reynolds.
I have nothing.
All right, audience remarks.
Jeff Alphonse, 177 Hannum Avenue. I've got 2 questions. One is in regards to the drone. Is that, this type of drone, is that controlled somewhat by the FAA regulations?
Yes, we operate under Part 107, which is the federal statute for unmanned aerial systems.
So every time that's in the air, do you have to fill out a log?
No.
Of your intentions or anything like that?
No.
All right, so then what's the rules for residents' privacy that guarantees you're not flying it just at will over properties?
So if you want to see our policy, it's online, and it discusses it in there, but airspace is airspace. No one owns the airspace, but we, per our policy, we don't
search warrant and notification of the resident?
Well, we're not gonna notify the resident if we're,
Just flying straight and looking straight, from point A to point B. But if you intend to look in that direction, have to search warrant notification or what?
Correct me if I'm wrong, we don't notify people that we're going to issue a search warrant.
Well, I mean, you would have to come to my house, you issue a search warrant, right? Or you just obtain it and just go ahead and do it, and, I mean, you don't have to come and, on my, in person?
If they're searching the house, you have to do a warrant. It's that simple. The airspace is not owned by anybody, so they can fly over your house.
But
You
he
just
just,
can't search your,
but he just said he wouldn't aim it at your property.
right, that's what he
Okay.
said.
Okay.
It's in the policy.
So that's guaranteed. And, well, I mean, so if that has a camera on it, and is that similar to a body camera where you can request that video?
yeah, it's a public record as long as it's not under investigation. Our plans too are, probably at the end of July, on our website, you'll be able to see every flight that drone makes unless it's an active investigation.
Okay.
So you won't see the video that was taken from the drone, but you'll see the flight back.
The other question in regards to this is Channel 11 indicated that you're thinking about purchasing, or have you already purchased it?
We have a current drone that's
Right.
already in operation.
But their indications where you're thinking, I mean, they're,
That story was on drones, first responders. So that would be a partnership with another agency, which is Perrysburg Township, that would share a drone that is operated through their dispatch center that would act as a first responder, but no decisions have been made on that.
oh, okay. So that would be a second drone available to,
Right, it would be
as far
shared
as this
between
one
us
goes.
and Perrysburg Township.
Okay, all right. The other question is, does the city get reimbursed from the TIF when they're rebuilding the catch basins and things out in the crossroads?
Get reimbursed from the TIF?
Do they get reimbursed for that, for doing the work? Because the TIF, that's what the intention of the TIF is, right? To maintain, to establish. We're going out, I mean, I've been out that way, and it seems like there's a number of them all tore up. Do they, does the city get reimbursed from the TIF for the work that Public Works is doing?
We'd be paying our own selves back.
Well, I mean, but it comes out different.
If we do a project and they're laying new water or wastewater lines, usually the district will reimburse us for that because they control those. But we operate our own stormwater fund, so anything stormwater related, we would just pay it out of the TIF if it was in the TIF district.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you.
Anyone else?
Diane Wolf, 264 Jennings. Today, they started working on, 4-foot deep restructuring of Hoffman. And we were told that before we were not able to use our driveways, that we would get a notice of what day they were starting. I had 2 neighbors have to cancel doctor's appointments today because they couldn't get out of their driveway. So just wondering what format they were going to give us that notification, and
They should be hanging a door hanger on your door.
yeah, this morning I woke up to them cutting concrete in my side yard. Thankfully, I was still home, and thankfully, I was able to get out of my driveway in time to go to work. Mark was already gone, but other neighbors had, a newborn had a doctor's appointment, and my next-door neighbor with MS couldn't go to her doctor's appointment today because she couldn't get out of her driveway.
Well, they can't do that, so they should call the city right away, and I can go down and make them let them out.
Like, how does that happen quickly? Like, the road is this far from the top of our driveways right now.
Caroline?
They would put a metal plate over the
Yeah.
trench so you could drive
Okay.
over it.
Because, Nancy's not going to come to the meeting. She has mobility issues of her own, so
But if she calls up here, I could have run down there and had them put the plate out. So
Okay.
if they let us know, we can address those.
Okay, and the other part of the same project is, there was some confusion today when the actual workers were plotting out where to cut our driveway and where sidewalks were going to go. And it was our understanding that after the conversation with Austin from Tetra Tech, that they would be continuous with the curb. And the plans that they're looking at as they're doing the job don't say that. So those guys were confused. My husband did call Austin when he was out there asking him, they were telling him, "Well, these sidewalks are gonna go way up here." And Mark's like, no, talk to Austin. But I wanna make sure before they start putting those in, that what the neighbors were told is what
It
they're
is
gonna get.
exactly, they're gonna be contiguous.
But the
with
workers need to know that as they're doing it.
I don't,
'cause
I
they were
don't run the
getting
workers,
ready
but
to
we will definitely let them know.
read those plans, and the plans weren't clear to them that they weren't going.
We'll
8.5
follow up
feet
on that.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
Yep.
Did he have session?
Oh, it's, flick it out.